Depression is a bitch. That is so, because depression really lays low sometimes. Like, people around you, people who work with you, they'll know that you're acting a little bit different, but they won't directly ask you anything because you don't seem like you want to be asked anything. Which is true, because you're fucking depressed, you know? You don't want anybody to ask you anything. But because I go through the emotional tumults of, I think just of a basic 22-year-old, just millennial dude coming up in a different world, in a changing world, like we all are. So I'm assuming this applies to you guys too. I sometimes get depressed about shit, you know? Recently, like past 4 days, I was feeling really low energy. I hadn't come on a hike. It's my first hike in almost a week, which is really rare. But the thing with depression, guys, and I mean, for me, I feel like I just got over it right now, but that wasn't always the case. It's something I had to learn about as far as how my feelings, how to relate to my feelings, how to treat them in order to really derive intelligence from them. I do believe that depression is just a subconscious signal your body is sending to you, your mind, whatever you want to call it, your Atman, is sending you a signal about what's going on in your life. So I think that's the case for all feelings, not just depression. I mean, depression's just one of them. What's going on, guys? But I think depression is one that really weighs people down on a daily basis. Like, they just kind of carry it with them. But that doesn't mean that it's not really affecting them in a very real way, like it does me. You know, I slept 2 times as much as I slept today, and how much I usually sleep, which is about 4 to 6 hours. I slept about 10 hours a day the past 4 days. Completely different lifestyle, completely different person. But I kept it cool, you know. It wasn't a disaster, but nobody asked me about it. You know, a couple people asked me about it, but I didn't really want to talk about it because I was just like fucking pissed, you know. I don't want to talk to anybody. But guys, to me, I think that the one way that if you can relate to depression in a way that is more of like it's a discussion between the two parts of you. It's a discussion between the more pessimistic part of you and the more optimistic part of you. For me, going somewhere, doing something, building towards something, it really gets me going. Like, nothing more than that. Like, the reason I don't drink so much coffee and stuff like that because I need the energy. It's just that I know where I'm going, and I know so distinctly, and I know I can see it so clearly that the coffee just helps me propel the arrow of my effort even farther. But when I don't have a purpose, like the past couple of days, I've just been feeling like I just don't have a purpose. Look at this beautiful fucking, I don't know if the sunlight is blocking you guys, but this shit is beautiful. It's about 7:30 at the Claremont Loop. Where was I? But yeah, if I didn't feel like I had something to work towards these past 4 days. I've been running into a few roadblocks with a couple of things I'm working on, as we all do. And I mean, drinking coffee at that point, I mean, waking up, it doesn't even seem like working out. Anything doesn't even seem like it's worth it, because why? You know, like, I mean, just gonna end up back in bed at the end of the day, right? But no, man. I mean, it makes sense. Like, it's totally feasible. I totally get it. I mean, I did it. I was doing it right now for 4 days, but there's a difference between dwelling in that and being calm. You know, surfing that wave. Don't drown in that wave. You don't have to. You know, your feelings are not who you are. I probably have said that in every video I put up, because I just so firmly believe it and have learned it firsthand, that your feelings are just so fleeting that for you to take them seriously, I mean, like, seriously enough to really think deep into them and really just reconsider life decisions because of like a depression that you have. Whereas if you realize that it's just your subconscious working some shit out, whether it pertains to, oh, I missed that shortcut already. I was gonna try to take a shortcut. I guess I already missed it. I was too busy yapping to you guys. If you can use your depression and understand it as a tool, as a big ass arrow pointing you in a direction, maybe a different direction, probably a different direction than you're going, you gotta consider it, you know, take it seriously. And if you really don't want to be depressed anymore, make that change. You don't have to deal with thinking about what if, you know. I think that's what really, I mean, that's what gets me, is like, that's what gets me out of depression, is thinking like, what if I really like just don't do anything for the rest of my life, like just be a sad sack for the rest of my life. Like, what if I'm 75 and I regret that decision, you know? I just don't feel like you have to worry about it that much if you're taking action. So just take action, you know? Like, if you're depressed, look around you. Like, what could be depressing you? What is it about who you are that is discontent with the situation that you're in? And then go a certain direction. Pick a direction. Run as fast as you can, because you're gonna die soon. You know, I am too. It's just the way it is. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. It really hit me hard these past 4 days. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that, because I feel like a lot of people are dealing with that, and we're coming to a place, I think, where we have so much free time now, you know. I think that's one of the offshoots of our economic system right now, is that we're getting very much into technological development, that we're really freeing ourselves up for a lot more time. We're not having to work as much, you know, to get a car. I mean, if you compare it to like 50 years ago. So we really have a lot more time to think about the shit that's going on within us. And that is going to be an interesting development, guys. Most probably for the positive, but make it positive in yourself first. That's how you really get the ball rolling. So yeah, guys, good luck. Whatever, comment if you have any questions. And remember, guys, the human experience is happening right now. Don't let yours go to waste.